If you're an international student in the United States on an F-1 visa, you've experienced the incredible educational and career opportunities that America has to offer. Many of you come here to learn from the world's most prestigious institutions and to work with some of the most innovative global companies. But what if you're ready to take the next step and make the United States your permanent home? Today, we're going to explore how the EB-5 visa might be the fastest way for F-1 students like you to secure a U.S. green card, and do so in just months. We'll begin by taking a look at the limitations of the F-1 visa itself. Then, we'll explore the EB-5 visa as a quick path to becoming a lawful permanent resident. Limitations of the F-1 visa. As you know, the F-1 visa is designed to help you pursue full-time studies at an accredited college or university, or enroll in language training programs. When you applied for your F-1 visa, you showed that you had the funds to cover tuition and living expenses, and you promised to return to your home country after your studies. This program has served countless students by opening the doors to some of the finest educational opportunities. However, the F-1 visa comes with significant limitations. While it lets you study and gain valuable experience, it also restricts the type and amount of work you can do. On-campus employment is allowed, but off-campus work, like internships or training programs, requires special permission. Even then, your hours are limited to ensure that your academic performance doesn't suffer. Any work outside these restrictions can put your visa status in jeopardy. And then there's the question of what happens after you graduate. The F-1 visa is tied directly to your academic program. Once you finish your course of study, you might have the option to apply for optional practical training, or OPT, which gives you an extra 12 months in the country to gain work experience. If you're in a STEM field, that period can even be extended by 24 months. But remember, these extensions are temporary. After your studies and OPT period end, you're faced with a choice. Many students try to switch to another visa, like the H-1B, which is work-based and requires employer sponsorship. While the H-1B visa can open the door to longer-term employment, it still has significant limitations. The application process is highly competitive, and recent shifts in the job market, especially in tech, have made it even harder for many applicants. Additionally, the H-1B visa ties you to a single employer. Lose that job, and you may only have 60 days to find another sponsor or risk having to leave the country. So what alternatives do you have if you're aiming for a long-term stay in the United States? This is where the EB-5 visa comes in. Get your U.S. green card in months through an EB-5 investment. Unlike the F-1 or H-1B visas, the EB-5 program offers a direct route to becoming a lawful permanent resident in a short time. Recently, many EB-5 applicants who invest in rural projects have been receiving their U.S. green cards in approximately 12 months, or even less. For example, a recent investor in one of EB-5AN's rural projects received her green card in only 9 months. Becoming a lawful permanent resident of the United States has many advantages over temporary visas. First, it lifts the restrictions that have limited your ability to work or change fields. With a green card, you're free to work full-time, part-time, or even start your own business. You no longer need to worry about whether your employment fits within the limitations set by your student status. Whether you decide to continue your education, jump straight into the workforce, or start a company, your immigration status won't depend on your academic or employment situation. Another benefit of the EB-5 program is the peace of mind that comes from having a stable, long-term status in the United States. As a green card holder, you can live, work, and travel with very few restrictions. And after holding your green card for 5 years, you become eligible to apply for U.S. citizenship if that's a goal you wish to pursue. Quickly, transition from F-1 status to remain in the United States. For those of you already on an F-1 visa, the transition to EB-5 can be even faster. After filing the initial EB-5 petition, along with an application to adjust status, Your immigration status will be marked as pending. This pending status lets you stay in the United States, even if your F-1 status expires. Along with these petitions, you can also apply for work and travel permits, an employment authorization document, EAD, and an advance parole, AP. With these documents in hand, you enjoy most of the benefits of a green card, even before it's officially issued. In one notable case, an investor in one of EB-5's rural projects received approval for both an EAD and an AP in just 33 days. This highlights one of the most appealing aspects of the EB-5 program: speed. When other immigration routes can take years and offer only temporary solutions, the EB-5 visa provides a more direct and efficient path to securing your future in the United States. Secure your future in the United States. If your goal is to build a lasting career or life in the United States, the EB-5 program may be your best option. While the F-1 visa has served you well as a student, it won't allow you to stay in the long term. The same is true for other non-immigrant visas like the H-1B. As you think about your future in the United States, it's important to consider your options carefully. The EB-5 program has helped many students and professionals transition from temporary visas to permanent residency. If you're ready to move beyond the limitations of your F-1 visa and step into a future with more opportunities, the EB-5 visa might be the right choice for you. With the EB-5 program, you can adjust your immigration status quickly, secure your place in one of the world's most dynamic economies, and pave the way for a future full of promise. If you're an F-1 student who dreams of a long-term career and life in the United States, consider exploring the EB-5 program further. Schedule a consultation with EB-5 to learn more about how this pathway can help you achieve your goals. Your journey toward permanent residency and a stable future in America could start today.